Finished.
I'm ready.
Oh, cool. A long-awaited return. I know we said that at the start of the last one.
Every time it's long awaited.
Yeah, but that's because it took me a month and a half to edit. Nothing, basically. But we're back for episode 9. I remember the episodes as well.
Yeah, because considering we uploaded 8 yesterday, I feel like it's good to remember.
We still don't have a catchphrase, but that's fine.
We're not the Costco guys.
Yeah.
There's the date, so
Yes.
keep in mind whenever this gets uploaded.
Probably like February. Anyway, what's on the agenda?
It's on the agenda. Well,
I can't read that. It's too far. I've got poor eyesight.
what, do you want me to move it closer?
You do it.
Well, this is a point from your agenda. It said mid-tildes.
Mid-tildes?
Yeah, it's what you wrote.
I would never write mid-tildes.
You wrote it.
I didn't.
I'll insert screenshot for proof.
Brazil's good anyway. It's whatever. Like, we got thrashed against Brazil, and then we won. And then we thrashed Taiwan.
Yeah.
Say Taiwan, but not.
Chinese Taipei.
She might come after us.
I don't think she's watching.
She might be. But we're pretty low in the rankings. I think we're like 16th at this point.
Still 15.
Right.
Held 15. But I think it was good that the Chinese Taipei games were all the A-League players and lots of new players, and pretty much all the goals scored were debut goals and stuff like that. So
yeah, the 6-0 one was pretty wild. Real diversity in the goal scorers. I had more points, but I forgot them. I should start writing things down.
probably. But I mean, the refereeing in the Brazil, especially the first Brazil game, was just really bad because they were playing super dangerously and the ref wasn't intervening to sort of prevent it. But then it's you don't even feel bad for Brazil because they would go in for a dangerous tackle and then end up being the ones getting hurt. Yes. And you're like, well, that's no one's fault but your own, so I don't know whose sympathy you're expecting. It was the goalkeeper kept going down and wasting time, and the crowd literally just, by the third time they went down, just started booing them every time.
And it's a friendly.
Yeah.
It's never been that deep.
Yeah. Matildas and Brazil have a rivalry, but even still it's come on guys. But yeah, I think there are positive things coming for Matildas. I think the interim coach, Tommy Samani, he's known for being able to integrate new players into the side, and also he actually watches the A-League, which I don't think Tony did. I saw Tony at one A-League game, and the entire time he was...
Does he watch the A-League because he's a coach? Is he a current coach?
Before he got this job, he was coaching an A-League team, but also since he's got the Matilda's job, he's actually been going to games and stuff. And but I don't know.
It's good. It's good that there's a good focus on the younger players, because some of our decent players are over 30.
Mm-hmm.
Your bestie Emily, Van Egmond. She's not young.
Well, everyone wants her to retire, so.
So we need young players, but then
under Tony, it was a bit there was a major gap because he didn't know how to cycle players and bring new people in. He would maybe call up one or two new people to camp and then not play them.
Yeah, and now there's loads of new players being called up.
It was something it was something 13, 14 A-League players in the squad, which is then it's helpful because it's good for the Matildas' future, but it's also then good marketing for the A-League. Because the problem with like this like massive Matilda surge is like, yes, it's made the A-League more popular, but at the same time, these people are fans of the like 14 Matildas who go and play England every week. So it doesn't necessarily like.
So few of the current Matildas actually play here. Like,
I think I can name
Heyman.
It was she plays in America mostly. Yallop.
There's a couple of others.
Gilnick, Lagazzo, but again, they only just recently got called back up. So, so I think like those games, the A-League really like jumped on it and being like, 13 A-League players are playing the Matildas tonight. Come see them play again this weekend for the. So
get some notoriety and fuck off to England anyway.
But it's still like unintentionally serves as for like better marketing for the A-League because people can like watch these play, like everyone like sort of is learning about players like through the Matildas, and then like, oh, I want to go watch them play for their club, and it doesn't help when our team is like mostly playing in Europe. So the WSL is getting great marketing from Australia. But yeah, so I think it's like helpful for the growth of the game nationally.
Yeah.
To have these more like local based players, and it gives them an opportunity as well to be more recognised. And
yeah, I reckon that Adelaide game we went to the other day had a decent turnout.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like
I used to see at Marden.
Like, I wasn't expecting anyone to go be, like, really anyone on the grass or whatever, but the stand was pretty full because it was in the shade as well.
Yeah.
No one wants to go against the sun.
What else happened in the break? England versus USA snooze fest. That's true.
Yeah, it was 0-0.
Yeah.
Like...
Do you regret staying up to watch it?
Yeah, I do regret waking up to watch it because this is like a personal rant. I barely slept before it, woke up for it, and then because I was so tired and basically had no sleep, because it was at a time where I couldn't really go back to sleep, I had to then cancel my plans for that day because I didn't sleep. Because I was like, I should have not set a freaking alarm and just fallen asleep. Hang on, sorry. I need to just check something.
Who's texting you?
He might have requests for us. Okay, all things that are already on our agenda. That's fine. You can edit that out.
I'm not going to. I'm too lazy. We need to be current. You know, we need to be like. Ideally, I should upload this today.
Yes.
And then the fans, the fan.
Hi, fan.
Had 2 days in a row.
Whoa, they're like
it's ancient.
This will be like their like.
It's like Avengers, but instead of having to wait a year for the finale, you only have to wait
a day. But then, I want to talk about the USA Netherlands game because that was fun. I enjoyed that. I think Netherlands were overall like the better team, but Netherlands scored early, and then the same player who scored for the Netherlands then scored an own goal. So it was 1-1 off of this one player, and then the USA scored again and won. And it was something like Netherlands had like 14 shots and USA had 1.
That's crazy.
So it was fun, but no, England versus USA, they like sold out Wembley to like, was it 70,000? Think so.
Tops.
Wembley,
70.
yeah, and all for like a 0-0 like scrap.
Yeah.
But Emma Hayes still hasn't lost a game as US coach. So, I mean, it's a good first year, I guess.
I can't even say, well, they already had a good side, you know, to take away from her achievement because it's her. She's just really good.
She's just a good coach, and like
admit it.
all of the interviews from like the USA players have just been like praise for her and like how amazing she is, and I think it sounds like she is a good like on-field coach, and then she's also good with the off-field stuff. Like
in a different universe where we're like Chelsea fans, or she ended up in Arsenal, we would probably.
She used to work for Arsenal before she went to
I
Chelsea.
didn't know that.
Mm.
We'd probably love her
Oh yeah,
because she represents like Chelsea and USA are like the bad guys. They're like, you know, the champs. And it's like the underdog by comparison.
yeah. But like, if you look at like the USA this year, and then they like flop at the World Cup last year, you can notice like the improvement.
It's true.
It's been like the change of coach.
I always forget they flopped to so hard.
I think they try to forget it too.
It's just like a blip, and it wasn't like this fall off.
I still find it.
Came back.
I still find it funny that they went to the World Cup like making a Netflix documentary, being like, "This is going to be huge," and then half the Netflix documentary, because they flopped, is like Sam and Christy.
And then it's like you can tell it was supposed to have more episodes. It's got like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
They
because
probably wanted 8, like Drive to Survive.
yeah, because they went to it thinking, oh, you know, the US are going to win the World Cup.
They'd like, you know, an episode about the run-up, then a few episode about a game or two.
Mm-hmm.
But then they didn't progress, so there was nothing else to write. But then they had like, the last episode was like, we're licking our wounds and being like, yeah, we'll do better. We'll improve. And then it ends. But then they did improve.
But it's just like, yeah, it was a funny campaign, because then all the ads before it was like, how are people going to beat the US? And I was like, well, Sweden did.
Yeah.
So that's enough about international break. Let's get to the WSL. Arsenal are good again. Just keep Renee.
Yeah, I've written just keep Renee with a question mark.
I don't think anyone would complain.
Yeah. Like, she was what, like the number 2 there?
Yeah, assistant coach. Yeah.
Why not just keep her?
Like,
I don't understand.
I
the
genuinely
politics.
don't think anyone would have a problem if we just kept her. Like, again, it's not perfect, but winning 9 out of 10 of the last games, and then the other one we didn't win was a draw. Not just WSL, it's just like general Champions League and WSL.
When was the draw?
Man United?
When was that?
It was, I think, it was like it was back along. It was like the next game after we did the last episode. So it was like one of her first couple of games in the job. And Man United are just like good this year. So, but Chelsea and City have both fallen off because, well, Chelsea drew to Leicester, which is like the first team to take points off Chelsea is the team with the least goals this season. And then City lost to Everton last night.
Time?
It was like 10 p.m. or something.
No, I didn't see that.
No, City lost to Everton 2-1.
Laundry.
There's only 1 point difference between Arsenal, Man United, and then City's 1 point ahead. No, we've got the better goal difference than Man United. So yes, it's getting close, but even though Chelsea dropped points, they're still like 6 points clear of everyone else. But well, that's the Chelsea's got like the opposite effect of like Emma Hayes, of the people like, oh, maybe Emma Hayes will leave and Chelsea will fall off. No, Chelsea are just like that good, and it didn't help that. I mean, Chelsea got Leon's coach.
Yeah, no, I don't think Chelsea will fall off. I think the draw that just happened to be like a blip, and then they'll just like dominate. I still think it will be a really uncompetitive season. And It probably will be for years as well, to be honest.
Chelsea got like 40 players in their squad for some reason.
Rotate them.
They just have so many people.
Yeah.
It's like the greed they talk about in the Bible. But we talk about relegation battle every time. So I'm going to do like an update.
Right, because the last time we talked about it, it'd be completely different.
Yeah, it is completely different.
Because Leicester were like second or something like that.
So now it goes Crystal Palace are now at the bottom, and they were like in ninth when we last talked about it. So,
But then I said they'd be at the bottom soon enough. Once there was enough games to sort of balance.
Yeah, Leicester in 11th, West Ham at 10th, and Everton at 9th. West Ham are low-key having a comeback. They've won a few of their last games. And then like Tottenham and Villa are sitting mid. Well, Villa lost like a few games in a row and then just sacked their coach. But apparently, the front runner for Aston Villa's new coach just joined us. So good luck to them. So yeah, I think it probably will just end up with Palace getting relegated and who is winning the championship then.
I don't know fault at all. Just said I would. Yeah, but, you know, that's like I say that every single year with Formula 2. Yeah, should we watch F2 this year? Just like, you know, to follow the sort of up and comers who are going to be in the big league the next year, and then I never do.
Yeah,
I said the same thing about the championship, and I never did. Just making sure.
Yeah, so WSL's now on break. There's like another Champions League game before. But yeah. So we then get to January signings and
the group. That's another thing I meant to write down. Group we got put into. If you remember off the top of your head, because I don't.
With like Champions League group, Bayern, Norwegian team, and Juventus.
Which Norwegian team? The one we just bet.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, we've only got to play Bayern and then the group stage is done, but we've already qualified for the quarterfinals, so.
I don't know, what am I thinking of? Oh, was that the group stage?
Yeah.
I thought that was the qualification for the group stage.
No, wait, we've basically just finished the group stage.
I thought the one against the Norwegian team was qualified.
No, we did that when we played like Rangers and stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So then we're up to the quarterfinals.
No, I just thought...
I haven't been following Liga F this year. How did Real Madrid actually make it to the quarterfinals? Did they get an easier group? Because last time they had like Chelsea and stuff and absolutely bombed.
Maybe.
But
I thought it was like qualifiers because that Norwegian team wasn't very good. Can't remember what it was called. Are they like top in their league?
They probably won the Norwegian league. That's how they. Because if you win like your sort of respective league, you get automatic qualification for Champions League.
But yeah, it wasn't competitive. The goal was pretty good though. It's relatively in the corner, and I saw people complaining.
Arsenal fans are, and like we're all guilty of it, but we love to complain. It's like with the Liverpool game, which like I admit it was like scrappy. It wasn't our best performance, but we still won 1-0. The way some people like complain about it was acting like we lost like 3-0.
And everyone just has a hate burner for Manu, bro. No one was saving that. You know, he just happened to be against Manu.
Yeah.
He saved the others.
Yeah.
Did I say she added me back on LinkedIn?
Did she?
Yeah.
Wow. You've got a connection with a famous person.
Yeah.
Should message her, ask questions. I don't know. We can see if we can get her on the ball.
Yeah. Well, like, we're linked influencers now.
LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah, you're not.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get a new interview coming soon. But Arsenal made it to the quarterfinals, which is a good of the Champions League. I don't know. I'm not feeling the teams that made it to the quarterfinal are really good. You know, it's like City, Chelsea, Bayern, Lyon, Barcelona, and Real Madrid.
Usual suspect.
Yeah, Real Madrid are there. I feel like we can beat Real Madrid if we get drawn them, but I'm not feeling. I mean, we can beat Bayern, but we won't get drawn them again because they were in our group stage.
Yeah.
Like it's like
We can beat City and Chelsea.
we can beat City.
We beat Chelsea before.
Yeah, but not this year. When this year they just look like, apart from the Leicester game, like genuinely untouchable.
It was only last year when we could win against City and Chelsea, but then lose against
West Ham. I think we can beat City because City are a bit like,
they seem a bit iffy. They're still doing better than us.
again, like only slightly.
Still better.
Yeah.
But again, they didn't change coach. If we had Renee since the start of the season, who knows?
Yeah.
And I don't know about City. Like, they looked ropey at the beginning, but like they didn't have this massive fall off. They're just not as good as they were last year.
Yeah, they're just
I don't
all
know.
of their wins just look really unconvincing.
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of, they keep getting injuries, which doesn't help. Like their bench is so like slim at the moment.
Yeah, and then you have to overwork non-injured players if you don't.
And then they get
Fat
injured,
Leicester
and
and
it's like,
Chelsea.
yeah. But I don't know. There's always circumstances
So yeah, no.
for things.
If they sack Jonas sooner, good chance we'd be second. I think. But
I
if
think
we're still second,
in this season, because it is clearly some, like, we're doing well, but there's it's sort of like a transitional period, because then if they do choose to bring like another coach in, then it's going to be another like
yeah, that's a pain.
thing. So I think, like, honestly, goal is just like maintaining one of those top 3 spots for Champions League next year, like,
Yes.
because like no one's touching Chelsea. I don't, like, at this point Chelsea would have to like lose 5 in a row for anyone to
I'd start.
we could aim for second because it's close between City, but I mean second or third, I think it's fine.
I hope it doesn't. The gap doesn't just continue to widen, and then WSL turns into a proper farmers league like Liga F, where it's just like the most uncompetitive thing ever.
Yeah.
Which I'm saying, I can't remember that. It was something negative about Chelsea or City.
We could sit here all day and do that, but
City, I still think it's like it's related to the lawsuit thing, you know, because the lawsuit thing is just the men's team, but the owners,
the organisation would be like
owns both of them, you know,
be like shaking in their boots.
Yeah. So, so that's why I think they've slightly fallen off, but not as much as the men.
Yeah, I mean, like, City is still winning. I mean, they've lost a couple. But again, none of it's like convincing. Like, I've got like 1-0 against like a team that's in 9th. Whoa! And it was a goal in the 70th minute or something. Like, watch out. City's coming.
A team that's above us.
It's only 1 point. So they could easily, I mean, their current form, they could easily lose the next few games, and then
Good.
Arsenal can win more. And
That'd be funny.
It could be the City fall off. It's bold of us to say Chelsea fall off when they got a draw and they're still 6 points clear. Oh my god, they fell off. Guys, only a draw. No, that Leicester were just like Leicester just put like the nastiest low block on them watching that game of just like everyone was defending. Like when the ball was getting like if the ball would ever like get out, there was no like forwards down there ready to run. Like everyone was just defending.
Yeah.
So Chelsea were like spamming crosses and spamming shots and nothing was getting through because there were just so many Leicester players. Yeah. I mean, it's good strategy with a team like that. I mean, it worked. They only scored 1. Like every time like these like Chelsea strikers that you can normally rely on, it was just all their shots were just hitting Leicester players. And Leicester's goalkeeper is actually really good. Like I rate their goalie. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. But the shifts are gonna be from second down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like at this point Chelsea would have to win like 5 games. Lose 5 games.
Surely we'll win 5 games.
I think, yeah, this could be a good time to segue into a rant I wanted to do. I thought about this the other day because, well, I was inspired to think about this because I watched before the last international break, I watched a press conference. It was Renee and Emily Fox. And whenever you watch like a WOSO press conference or an interview, I feel like because it's like growing and there's now more like journalists working on it, a lot of these journalists probably are coming from the men's game or something. Like there's not that many like dedicated women's sport journalists yet. And they're so bad at asking questions. Like in this press conference, the question to Renee was like, "Are you keeping the job?" Which if she was, she probably couldn't say until it was officially announced. And if she wasn't, she also can't be like, "No, I'm going to see her." Yeah. And then the question to Emily Fox, this is an Arsenal press conference, was like, "Oh, you're going on international break with the USA. What's your plans for Thanksgiving dinner with them?"
They're asking the real question.
Because they were going to be in England for like Thanksgiving,
right?
And like that question had been asked to like Emma Hayes at like the end of like an interview, but that was an interview about like the USA games. Yeah. This is an Arsenal interview, and they're like, "Emily Fox, what are you doing for Thanksgiving dinner with the US team?" I don't know what that's got to do with the upcoming Arsenal game. And she was like, think we're having a dinner, like
dinner for Thanksgiving.
Think we're having a Thanksgiving dinner together in camp. I don't know. But so many of these questions, they're just like stupid questions. Like it reminds me of the example during the Olympics. The USA would have this really strong like 3 sort of strikers that were scoring all the goals during the Olympics. And one of them was Trinity Rodman, and she's the daughter of a famous NBA player, Dennis Rodman. But he's known for being like a deadbeat dad, like not around for his kids. But when they would do like interviews with like the like broadcasting stations back in the US, because you know they were doing well at the Olympics, so they're interviewing them, whatever. They would be like, "Oh, was your dad proud of you?" And she would like look uncomfortable, and she'd be like, "Oh, you know, my family, you know, are all really proud, like more, probably about her mum and like her siblings." But yeah, no, he's like known to be a deadbeat dad, and people just keep like associating her with him, and it's just like, if you're being any journalist, you wouldn't go and ask the men's players these questions. No one's showing up to go talk to like Saka about his dinner plans or whatever, you know, like, yeah. And no one's, you know, I mean, maybe when Messi's kid makes it, they'll keep asking him questions. They'll be asking him questions about Messi all day.
The only questions I could
About your dad. Yeah.
sound like a pain.
But I don't know, it's just like if you're any journalist, do some like research about the actual player or like the game or the team or like just something. So you're not asking like you're drawing at straws, ask stupid questions just because you want to like have your voice heard in the press conference.
Yeah.
It's just like we could up the quality of the journalism about women's sport generally, but and when it's done by like people who are, you know, there's a handful of like people who only work on women's soccer or women's sport, like it's done well, but you know, because it is growing, they'll probably just send, you know about Premier League, we'll send you to the WSL press conference, and then they ask a stupid question like, oh, a woman, I don't know how to talk to them, because they think that like interviewing about women's soccer is different to interviewing about the men's game for some reason, where you can ask them the same questions. I just wanted to talk about that. It's been bothering me. But let's talk about the dub.
Yes.
A-League.
Adelaide good.
Adelaide good now.
When did that happen? How did that happen?
I don't know, but it's good.
They just decided to be good.
It's good. I think good signings. People are just back in good form. Matilda McNamara has been helpful. Fiona Warts has been really good. I want to look at the ladder, because I keep like vaguely seeing it. Scary.
It's really creepy.
Build.
That feels dead ass.
Okay, I found it. Sydney are flopping.
Good.
Yay! Sorry to Sydney Umps, which is literally everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. But we're top 4.
That's good. Long awaited return.
But I mean, the game yesterday was like
Listen.
Perth. I'm starting a rumor that Perth isn't real. The more I learn about it, the less I'm convinced it's a real place, and I think that people who are from Perth people from Perth are being paid by the mining companies to act like it's a real place, and it's actually like a set.
Yeah. Because why would you build a city so far away from everything else?
Yeah, I'm starting a rumor to make them act like WA is something other than like a mining state.
Yeah.
They put a city there to pretend. Starting a rumor. But the refereeing was like really bad in that Perth game. Matilda McNamara red card for nothing.
It's cringe. That was so bad.
You look back at, so she tugged her shirt, and then the Perth player tugged her shirt back, and the Adelaide gets the red card.
Yeah.
Should have been maybe a yellow card for both.
Local ref, dude.
It was it literally made no sense. And then Perth penalty intervention. But apart from that, Adelaide is good again, and Sydney can't win, which is I think it's good that like Melbourne City is still doing well. But I think it's good how like A-League, it's not like, you know, Sydney won the final last year, so they're just going to keep winning again.
Yeah, no. It's less of a farmer's.
Yeah.
The actual standard is nowhere near as high as WSL, but it's more diverse.
Yeah, and I think even for like a semi-pro league, it's actually got diversity and it's exciting every week. And there's like funny shit that goes on because of like the lack of preparation and whatnot, but that you can kind of laugh at and also be like, well, they should also do better, you know, but it keeps it interesting. I mean, can go from being bottom last year to being top 4, and then Sydney can go from being up there to being second to last. And
yeah, no, you never see movement like that in some of these big leagues.
Yeah. It's good. But we went to a game By the way, I just want to say I love the Service FM stadium.
Yeah,
It's so nice.
yeah.
I think they should just have all the games there.
But
But
them are, but then a lot of them in the next calendar year are back in Marden.
why?
Yeah, the grass is so nice at Service FM because it's so.
And the stand is nice, and like, I mean, it's not that hard to get to. I mean, for a women's game, like the car parks are never full, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a decent turnout, but it wasn't like the Tubman's men's game there, and it was like queuing up for 30 minutes to get out.
Oh yeah, well, like in that Australia Cup game, we had like they opened up car park to a school.
And they didn't open the gates, so everyone had to go out one exit.
Like it had 3 gates, but they opened one.
Yeah. So everyone had to go out this one exit, and then...
That was mad. That was crazy. But like, if you notice, like, the one we went to, we parked in the asphalt car park, but then a lot of cars were parked on the dirt, where you have to enter it via a zebra crossing.
Yeah.
I'm not actually convinced my car would get up that bottoming out. So I think we had a very good time. It's relatively easy to leave, but they have a good stadium.
But no, we went to a game. So you wanted to tell the story, or should I?
About Mr. Grant.
Yeah. No,
Mr. Grant, he was hawking t-shirts, and I went up to him and said that Alice wants to anyway.
We walk in and we're like, oh, we saw this thing of like, oh, they're having like a discount on the shirts. So we're like, oh, we'll go inquire at the merch stand. And we walk in and the merch stand's right there. I'm like, to Isaac, that's Charlie Grant's boyfriend.
And then you were like nervous, like he's someone famous.
He's famous. That's a wag. That's like meeting Mueller's.
You just fly up.
It's like meeting Emily Van Egmont's influencer girlfriend that everyone likes better than her.
We didn't have t-shirts today.
No, because they were like, oh, Adelaide United store. The Adelaide United store got robbed.
Yeah.
So why are you selling discounted shirts if you don't have any of the sizes?
They did. They just didn't have
medium or large.
Yeah.
Exposing ourselves.
Don't know. I guess were they just selling a load of smalls and XL?
Yeah, and like kids ones maybe. But
and it was like all different types as well. It was like home and away.
Who's robbing Adelaide United store? What are they doing with it?
It's such a niche.
I wonder if we can go on eBay and see like a bunch of like resellers and like that's who robbed Adelaide United.
Right. It'd be too obvious. Send Adelaide United.
They would send him
to break their kneecaps.
They'd probably send him Charlie Grant. Yeah, Mr. Charlie Grant.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know why all this bad stuff keeps happening to Adelaide.
They had a fire as well.
Yes. Yeah. Apparently some of the membership packs were delayed because there was a fire in the warehouse.
TikTok next year we'll do a vlog from Adelaide United store.
Fuck yeah.
The world famous Adelaide United store. Keen. But then we like felt bad, and you bought a hat and I bought a badge.
Yeah.
So, and then we had a long conversation about Charlie Grant. Not to him, but we did. We were like, they should rename Service FM the Charlie Grant Football Centre.
We saw him, we were like frothing over Charlie.
We were like, how do we get Adelaide United Charlie Grant shirts?
Yeah.
I'm no closer to finding an answer to that.
Yeah, bro, if anyone has the Adelaide United Charlie Grant shirt they want to sell to us,
we'll buy it at
hit us up.
We'll buy it at a crazy price probably. I literally can't even find information about what number she was for Adelaide United. And she played for us for like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Like,
I looked as well.
I can't even find a picture, like, not even, like, written down, like, a picture of the back of her.
Yeah.
Why are there, like, 4 pictures of her playing? I think A-League women must have been even smaller, but even with, like, Rasso and Kerr and Ford, there's plenty of pictures in the A-League.
Yep.
Like, so I don't know why it's, like...
Wasn't like Adelaide's this insignificant team at some point in the late 2010s they won. It was like 2018 or something.
Don't quote me on that. And like last time they made finals was a few years ago. I think Charlie probably would have been around. So it's just weird. But yeah.
And now we didn't get Adelaide United shirts, so I have to wait until the next one.
Go to Adelaide United. Well, they said they'd have them back in by the 27th.
27th.
Not the 20th.
H.
But we can just go to Adelaide United store for the people.
True, yeah.
Awkwardly stand in the corner again.
Right, yeah. Well, the same person who's picking up the phone presses the numbers on the shirt is run by one person.
Well, maybe it'll be Mr. Charlie Grant.
Maybe
next time we go there, because he's like the kit guy.
We'd have to go together. I don't reckon I could pick him out of a lineup.
He's just like a guy.
Yeah.
He might see this. No, don't make a TikTok out of it, because then he might see it. Okay. It's us just calling him a guy. And then Charlie Grant comments, "Love your work, guys." She comments on people's stuff all the time.
Say something positive about him. He had good service.
He had good service. He was a nice guy, and he seems lovely to Charlie.
Yes.
So they're managing a long distance relationship while she sits on the bench at Tottenham.
And he's like a minority because he's a male wag.
He's a wag, yeah.
Yeah. He's
so
one of.
Keep up the good work. You can sponsor the pod if you like. We'll say nice things about you.
That's true. Yeah. We should get sponsored
by Adelaide United.
Yeah.
Hello, with the 2 people on Woso internet that are the shooters of Adelaide United.
Because it's like our entire personality
is being from Adelaide.
Yeah.
It's like when my controversial tweet about society has progressed past the need for Perth last night.
Someone asked if you were from Adelaide.
Yeah. Rich coming from someone from Adelaide. And what about it?
I think they said it was rich.
Oh, it was something like, and you're from Adelaide?
But I don't know if it was necessarily snotty.
Hey, well, it's like one time I said to Perth, or I said, imagine dying in Perth, and she said, well, you're from Adelaide, so you can't talk.
That sounds defensive. I think you touched a nerve.
Well, that's why she's not going. That's why she's leaving Perth, so she doesn't have to die there. But and then I had people also agreeing with me, including people who live in Perth.
Yes, so, actually.
This is a Perth hate podcast. If you like Perth, keep scrolling.
I'm pretty sure we can say that because I don't think anyone.
Who's from Perth? What happens there?
Don't know.
Samka Football Centre.
Makes it sound like she's dead.
That's what I was thinking. I was about to say that. Rest in peace. Well, her career in Australia is dead.
That's true.
She's never playing for Perth again, guys. So move on. We had Sam Kerr. Congratulations. Don't have her anymore. Yeah, she's got that lifetime contract at Chelsea.
I have to stop bringing it up eventually. You know. But then also, by the same logic, we have to stop bringing up Charlie and talking about Adelaide.
This is the first time we've done that.
Well, let's do it more. So she does still have a connection to Adelaide.
She's
via
her partner who still works at Adelaide and she still supports Adelaide United, and she's probably going to come back here. She'll probably be here next week.
She'll support. So
I was going to say something like creepy, like we should find her.
We should find her.
probably won't be hard. She'll probably walking down the street.
Probably, yeah.
And we'll go,
Yeah.
and not be able to say anything to her.
We'll just stare at her, and then she'll go to Kyra and say, I saw the man who followed me. and Ellie. The man who sniffed you.
The man who sniffed.
I didn't sniff her.
You sniffed Ellie Carpenter.
I didn't sniff her.
You know what she smells like.
I just know what she smells like because I was by her. I didn't sniff her.
Ellie's standing at the crossing and she just feels the guy going...
In the crossing. That.
Oh, you like cross paths?
Yeah.
Well, it's probably a good thing you didn't stop her because you shouldn't really stop someone like in a crosswalk.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, hi! Like there's a car coming.
We done here?
I think we are.
Being railroaded into saying I sniff Matildas. It's not even true.
You said
It's a
it
technicality.
first. You said it first. So I'm just like...
Oh.
Isaac is the guy who sniffs the Matildas.
Matilda singular. I didn't sniff her.
Apology with tears.
Never mess gone. This is on.
Yeah, 45 minutes. Pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, let's see you. Oh, I don't know when. Look, okay, this is being recorded on December Monday, 16th. Why is it in that order?
I didn't make it.
That's stupid. So, yeah, I wonder when you'll be hearing this.
Today.
Hopefully. Bye.
See you soon.